Dragon Chief dead. I think that's a swipe. Yeah, that's a sweep. The menace was too much. And they repelled the attack. Yellow got wiped completely. And maybe Feuerson is in trouble here. Okay, it's Dragon Wolf Goat against Dragon Wolf Boar. Welcome to the first semifinals match between Team Fullsick Build and Zebeki team. On Team Fullsick Build, we have Feuerson, KV Boss, and Leo. On the team of Team Zebeki, we have Syntax, also named Skarabi, Orenian on Wolf, and Kalvark's pack on Boar. Feuerson's playing the Wolf, Kevikus is playing the Dragon, Leo is on Goat, Skarabi on Dragon, Orenian on Wolf, and Kalvark's pack on Boar. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, in the middle we have the Fallen Valks on Yggdrasil, blocked off, completely blocked off between kobolds, one more set of neutrals with the dwarves, and that's it. So only two sets of neutrals on this map. If we take a closer look at the spawns, the dragon is spawning with a lore stone, open forest, as well as a fertile land. Very good dragon spawn, even though there is no treasure immediately. However, there is a shipwreck on the right, which the dragon can easily pick up as well. If we take a look at the wolf spawns, wolf is spawning with an open ruin as well as an open runestone, meaning a very, very fast chief. No sheep in proximity, but there are multiple sheep on the second circle waiting to get picked up. And on the boar spawn, we have open lore, open forest, no sheep as well, with two food sources in the first circle, one of them being fish, which is very nice for the boar. If we take a look at the goat spawn, goat only spawned with 3 sheep, open lore though. Open lore with forest is very nice, and I'm pretty sure Leo is trying to go for middle. If I see that correctly, let's take a look at the scouts. Yeah, Leo very fast on middle. Will be able to grab that. Has spotted middle almost instantly. Only 4 tiles away from his main anyway. And that's a very, very nice spawn for Leo, despite only having 3 sheep in his first circle in total. Because he will be able to get middle. Open lore is great to colonize instantly. Ruins here for more gold. Fox Burrows in front for fame and coins and gold. Overall, I like the goat spawn, but I also like the boar spawn here. Very, very similar spawns in my opinion. Nobody's really favored here. Simply because, I mean, wolf and dragon are mirrored. And they're playing the exact same spawns, and both the boar spawns and the goat spawns are pretty good for both clans. Not like crazy good for anyone, but pretty good for both of these. Thank you for the follow, Antonidus. Welcome, welcome. So, Feuerson clearing his iron here with an axe thrower. Pretty sure the other wolf is doing the exact same. Yep, building an axe thrower camp right now. Hello there, Larson. Glad to see you here on Twitch. Have a great weekend. You too. Wow, thank you so much for checking out the stream and turning in. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend as well. So, both wolves clearing the irons here. Leo with the aggressive pings. Aggressive pings coming out. It's gonna be relatively hard to clear the dragon. The dragon is like super far away from everyone. Is this balanced map? Yeah, it is balanced. This is so weird, because the wolf... Okay, never mind. Kevikus is... Okay, I thought for a second that Feuerson is in a team with Syntax. My bad. My bad. Hello, Afrigar. Welcome, welcome. Haven't read that name in quite a while. So, yeah, but of course, Dragon, Wolf, Goat are in one team. And Goat has a nice, easy path towards the dragon. Okay, Iron Mine coming out of Aurelian. Working the lore as well, which I really, really like. Already unlocking Weaponsmith. That villager barely surviving. Healer start coming out of Firesun. And if you take a look at the resources, both wolves will have about the same timing here on the Zerg. Yeah, nothing too crazy happening here. Early farm coming out of the dragon. Best food building for the dragon, best food building in the entire game. Arguably. At least speaking about stats, the best. If of course, working the thrall on the farm. Syntax not working the thrall on the farm. The way the thrall needs in order to cross over to the farm kind of like determines if it's worth it. If the thrall is about here on the edge, it's worth it to send him to the farm. If he's not, I'm not doing the exact maths, but they are so slow, you lose a lot of food by moving these first. But it's a lot of value in the long run. So it makes sense to move them now if you are not going to move them later. But yeah, anyway. Nothing happening here. At least like the game has slowed down for now. And we hear the Zerg coming out of Firesun. So Firesun with Zerg, Aurelian with Zerg, Firesun clearing the Foxborough in front first, Aurelian clearing the Wolf Den in the back first, hiring the bodyguard. Hiring the bodyguard? Yeah, hiring the bodyguard. Sending everything on food. And now Aurelian clearing the foxes as well. So, very similar clearing so far. Aurelian's chief is kind of wounded. Firesun still very healthy, but still needs to kill these 6 foxes here in front. Sending one bodyguard to the fox attack to clear the other fox afterwards. And in the meantime, the chief and the X4 will clear the rest. Makes a lot of sense. Kind of like saved the precious HP on the miners by sending the bodyguard like this. He didn't really know that the fox would attack that, but that was like very, very lucky timing on his part. Meanwhile, Aurelian clearing the boar. Boar with the setup double silo, double food building setup, and an early iron mine. I expect the boar to go for a classic boar build here and not for trading, because there are 2 sets of neutrals. But yeah, Firesun taking the Foxborough. Double feast for one team. Is it gonna be double feast for the other team as well? Yeah, double feast for both teams. This is going to be an 801 game again. Very classic, very meta. Fast game. Again, double feast will severely increase the tempo of the game. Usually if you feast later, you'll get more value out of the feast, but if you feast earlier, you'll generate more tempo more early. Right? So that's why I think this is gonna be an 801 game. Also, no indication of a food building for both wolves. So both wolves are looking towards early 801 aggression. At least damage. Okay, Kevkus upgrading the main. very soon, already on 10 stone. Will he wait for carpentry? That is the question. Okay, he will wait for carpentry. Could upgrade this right now, but he's waiting for carpentry right now. I think it's still value to upgrade right now because you will have increased villager production, but you will save 2 stones if you're not doing that. What about the other dragon? What about Syntax of Suffering? He went for Blood, Sweat and Tears. Okay, so we've got Blood, Sweat and Tears and Thrall Trade dragon against Carpentry dragon. That's already quite the difference. Are there any other differences in lore that we can see? Let's check it out. Milstrat, Blood, Sweat and Tears into Draconic Frenzy even. That's an interesting lore path for Syntax of Suffering. Okay. Then we've got Coinage Carpentry, Full Middle Wolf, Top into Bottom Goat, and Simple Living Lay of the Land. And most likely another Bartering Boar. Let's see. What is he going to pick? Shipbuilding instead. Okay, because he has at least 3 coasts. Yeah, that makes sense. Another silo, another fields coming out of the board. These are enough food buildings for the entire game. 6 food workers. Very nice eco. Pharazôn actually converting 2 X4s. Orenian only on 1. But both of the wolves still on 0 food buildings. The map is very resource heavy here. But look at this. 2 X4s. Easy clearing here of the 5 melee joggers. Bodyguard will walk. But look at that. Wow, okay. Wolves almost clashing. Pharazôn wanted to take this tomb away. Wanted to grab that extra plus 50 gold. He wasn't able to. Chief almost dying in the process, funnily enough. And now Orenian, with some idle time on his chief here, actually converted another X4 as well, just to be able to contest Pharazôn here. Pharazôn obviously will heal up the chief in the meantime. Triple wolf attack on the dragon. That hurts. Wow, that is really bad. Upgrade main, upgraded food is good though. But he will have to address that by himself, on his own. To be fair, it's not that bad because you're gaining military XP, but you have to be careful not to lose villagers here. Okay, almost losing one, but not quite. Very good micro here by Kefkus. Easily repelled the triple wolf attack and will unlock his military here in the meantime. But yeah, I think he had blood and chains unlocked anyway. But yeah. So, where's Pharazôn? Okay, he's on his side of the map now. The entire dragon side has been cleared, with the exception being that the tomb is still not cleared with the 5 melee joggers. There's a lot of stuff to clear for both wolves, so it's hard to tell what to clear first. But yeah, I think Pharazôn will clear the tomb here next. 5 ranged joggers are quite a menace to clear, but with upgraded X4s that's possible. Nicely done by Pharazôn here. Almost losing the bodyguard in the process, but not quite. Not even close. And that is a tile that the wolf really wants to take. Another 5 iron to full forge yourself, 50 fame in on top of that, and the sheep. Beautiful tile to take. And he will go ahead and clear his dragon side as well. Where's the chief going? Where's the chief going? What? Okay, anyway. Double X-Force here. Really wonder where this chief is going. Maybe he wants to take a tile. Maybe he wants to take a land Vidi. Oh, tile trade. Okay, Leo will tile trade this, and then he will take this with ability. Oh, never mind. Leo will just take the Foxborough. Right? Surely. That's why he went there. Yeah. Okay. And now he's going for kobolds. Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I like that. Okay, let's take a look at the lures while Firesun is doing kobolds. I hope Firesun is not losing units here. He shouldn't. Yeah. Amenities into bottom for goat. Full middle wolf. Top into middle dragon. Carpentry dragon. Middle wolf. Handiwork, shipbuilding, and bartering? I think that was a misclick. Oh no, misclick coming out of the boar. Picking both bartering and shipbuilding here. Oh, that's unfortunate. That could hurt them in the long run. That could really hurt them in at the long run. Bartering works for docks? What? It's a thing? What? Wow. Okay, if you say so. But yeah, big converts coming out of both wolves. Both wolves on 3 convert right now. Dragon picking up the wolf then. Some idle scouts here. Is that an upgraded scout camp? It is not upgraded yet. But the tomb has been scouted as well. You can trade a stone from docks while still getting full gold value. What the flying up? Wait, you can trade stone from docks? Wow! That is interesting. That is really, really interesting. Okay. Good to know. How good is it really? Yeah, it's pretty good, okay. Very interesting. Alright, more convert coming out of both wolves. Bohemian on 4. Feuerson on 3. Okay, a double bear tile with 2 sheep. Leo should be able to pick this up. Nice. Okay, very, very high tempo game here for both wolves. So many sheep, so many resources. So much to pick up. Yeah, getting helped by the boar as well. I don't really like that the farm is empty out of the boar, but what do I know? Empty farm is a thing too. Okay, freelance dwarf and chief trying to clear the boar. Yeah, freelance dwarf getting sacrificed. Very close, well, being very close to dying. Shipwreck has been cleared for the dragon. Very nice help by the boar here, helping out Aurelian with the clear. Sad Feuerson, clearing all by himself. Kefko's not colonizing that tile. I think both dragons did not go for relic, if I see this correctly. Upgraded wood, fields, and trading post for syntax. Going for top into middle. And Kefko's going for bottom into middle. And funnily enough, upgrading 2 trading posts instead of trading post marketplace. And I think you want to kill middle soon if you are Orenian here. Wow, crazy colonization by the Purple Wolf. Purple Wolf almost hitting 500 in the process. What's up, James? What's up? What's up? Yeah, and I think they will try to kill middle here. Wow, that would be insanely good for them. If they get middle here, that would be so massive. Okay, go board tanking a little bit. Messy tanking here, but they should be fine. One warrior kind of hurt. Yeah, they are getting middle here. That's 100 gold as well as 500 military XP for the wolf. So purple wolf boosted nicely here by his team. That has the sting. And that's it. That is the entire map cleared in 801 October. Keep in mind, these teams are full random. So in order to do that, you need to like communicate a lot, and you have to have some kind of synergy. Okay, Feuerson mining stone, going for Fisherman's Hut. Orenian not going for Fisherman's Hut, not mining for stone. This is it. Will the purple wolf kill Feuerson before Feuerson can scale? That is the question. He has 2 more converted right now. So he will try to go for some kind of aggression early. But yeah. I guess it's rather hard to do when your team does not have any scout camps upgraded. Okay, Boar has scout camp upgraded just now. I think he just sent the scout. Yeah, and he's scouting Kefkus as I speak. Feuerson going on the offense first. Being on the yellows tile. Feuerson, does he have invader? No, he went for bottom tree. No invader for Feuerson. I think Orenian. Okay, Orenian going for bottom tree as well. So legendary heroes into real threats for both wolves here. Also going for trading posts. Both wolves going for trading posts. And a nice trading post marketplace setup for Feuerson here. Okay. Yeah, they are in voice chat, but it's still... You still have to like communicate a lot. And it still has to click in a sense. Right? Even though voice chat makes it much easier, of course. Okay, if you take a look at the gold situation... Oh my, what is that abomination? 900 gold out of Kefkus. Feuerson coming out with the eco without wood. But going for 2 woodcutters here. I think no wolf relic to be seen, if I see that correctly. Yeah, Orenian even destroying his forge. Waiting with all his warband. I think that favors Feuerson. When Orenian is not doing anything, this favors Feuerson. I'm pretty sure Feuerson has relations with Kefkus. Kefkus. Relations, allies. Okay, Feuerson has relations with Goat. Kefkus has relations with Goat as well. Okay. So, everyone has relations with Leo. Leo, however, does not have that much gold. Only 400 gold for Leo. Interesting third... Like what is that? Sheepfold? What? Oh. But yeah. Leo not that big on eco. Am I stupid, or does he not have a single... Where is his gold production? Excuse me? There, okay. I was like, what the? Flying F? Yeah, but it's here in the back. And he's only working 5 merchants. For whatever reason, I think he just forgot about 1 merchant. But yeah, if you take a look at the resources, the red dragon looks super scary. Red dragon looks super scary. Okay, we see Orenian on the dragon tile. Dragon not converting though. Has only converted his chief. I think that's the right play. He needs to equal up more. And he also needs stone for more camp upgrades. So the thing is, Syntax is mining the second stone right now. I don't see Kefkus mining the second stone. So Syntax will outscale purely because of that. But yeah, here comes the Dragonkin. Here comes the attack. Syntax going on Leo. Leo kind of ready. 8 max convert. But will lose a tile, will maybe even lose another tile. And here it comes. Forason with 9 convert. Ohinian with 8. Very similar converts. Both dragons on 7 convert right now. It seems like Leo will lose another tile. He's not juggling X throwers. He could try to like juggle the X throwers a little bit. Nice damage onto one of the Dragonkin. Okay, Dragon will leave since Kefkus is here. Both wolves on one side facing off against each other. And all have about the same convert. Everyone has basically the same convert. So I don't think anybody can push here. Without any risk, that is. I mean, you can risk everything and then you can try to push. Okay, Wolf, no upgrades. Forason, no upgrades because he has just converted everything. Okay, and Dragon will try to push here. What about the lures? Leo not moving his X-throwers could be devastating. That's a big fight. That's a big fight. Yeah, big fight. Okay, Dragon moved out. All of the boars... Okay, oh, I don't know what's happening here. Leo doing some weird stuff. Red is done. Will lose his chief. Will not lose his chief, apparently. Almost lost his chief. Everything is super low. Where's Leo going? Why is he not clicking the chief? Okay, the fight was close. Got repelled. I don't know how this suitor is still alive, but... That was a close fight. Let's take a look at the resources. Okay, everyone is out of gas. Except Red. Red is not really out of gas. Okay, that wolf is just annoying, but might get picked up by the X-thrower here. Yep, X-thrower dead. All of the dragons are healing now because of the blessing. That's so well done by the dragon. I feel like that if the dragon loses his chief here, it would be so bad, but well done on keeping the chief alive. Has a lot of stone in the bank as well to upgrade some of his camps later on. And look at that. Wow, okay, big fight. Big fight. 2v1 situation. Forason is in trouble. Yeah, will use his bodyguard for a tile lock. Will maybe even be able to save the bodyguard here. Yeah, even save his bodyguard. Thank you for the follow, Master of Disaster. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Forason even keeping his bodyguard alive. Will move his chief and his bodyguard away in order to heal. Kefkus converting more. Potential 2v1 situation here on this side with the dragon. Okay, Leo is in trouble. Leo is in trouble. Leo is in a 1v2 situation as well. Where is he going? Okay, that's one dead X-Thrower. Okay, and the X-Thrower got converted to a Dragonkin. That is huge. That is big. Okay, in the meantime, Forason plus Dragon killing the Boar. Boar plus Dragon killing the Goat. Who of these has Invader? Does any wolf have Invader? No? Yes. Okay, who of these has Invader? Is it Forason? Forason has Invader. Okay. This tile falls down first. This tile falls first. But the dragon, he turned back. The dragon turned back. They are not willing to trade. And the question is, can they defend Leo here? I mean, they have a Malice. I'm pretty sure they have a Malice. Yeah, 20% Malice. Mexican standoff over there. They're entering main. Big fight brewing here. Huge fight here. Leo will have to micro his army a little bit. Otherwise the dragon will deal too much damage. Dragon Chief dead. I think that's a swipe. Yeah, that's a sweep. The Malice was too much. And they repel the attack. Yellow got wiped completely. And maybe Forason is in trouble here. Wow. Nice base defend by Leo and Kefkus here. Kefbas. Forason wants to go back. Chief is so dead.
That is it, guys. Good job.
Okay, Aurelian popping off.
Right, indeed.
And Aurelian completely wiping Forason. What is going on? Forason losing so hard. Losing everything. How did that happen? And despite all of this, despite Syntax and the boar getting wiped on the right side, Forason got completely wiped on the left side. Could this be it? I think this is it. I don't think Forason can come back from this. The other wolf has 9 or 10 even. Yeah, 9 warband. Aurelian carrying this game out of nowhere. What the heck? Okay, Dragon will obviously... I'm pretty sure Dragon will defend himself here. But in the meantime, Yellow can just eco behind that. Plus 23 kroons. The other dragon will have to stay converted in order to defend, to repel the wolf. Still, Kefbas being so annoying. Still has so much. Leo still has so much. But can they break through here? Because that purple wolf, let me tell you, that purple wolf is scary. Yeah, Aurelian on his 500 fame as well. Plus battle cry. I think the battle cry made the difference from middle. The team effort made the difference. But this game is far from over. It's just looking very grim. Very, very grim. For Forason. Okay, this is scary. This is very scary. Do they want to enter this? They apparently want to enter this! Chief dead. Leo completely wiped. It's only Dragon here. Dragon kind of like chasing the wolf army. All of these are so low. Oh my god, the Wolf Chief! The Wolf Chief is fancy feet. Fancy feet. Wolf Chief dead. Almost all of the Dragonkin dead. For some reason, and I don't know why, the Purple Chief decided to kill himself and his army. I can't even tell you why Purple entered that. I guess Purple starved. I guess Purple couldn't, like, sustain the army. And the Purple Chief just feeding his entire army into the dragon. Firestone has Chief again. And they will try to push onto the dragon. Purple reconverting a little bit to apply pressure on the red dragon in the meantime. But the red dragon, he still has some units left. What about the starving situation? Firestone starving a little bit. Everyone is super low on food with the exception of the boar. Wow, the red dragon MVP of this match. Such a strong showing so far. Still has 3. Firestone turning back to defend the dragon. Purple reconverting a lot of units. Purple will bounce back from this, simply because he has veiled threats. So it shouldn't be that much of an issue. I feel like if the dragon loses this tile, it would be super bad. Yeah, they're defending this easily. He will just lose the wolf den for the millionth time. And that's it. Wow. What a game. Okay, let's take this breather to check out the lores. Invader, Dragon, Draconic Rage, Blood, Sweat and Tears for Scarabi. Bottom into middle for Kefbus. Okay, big fight brewing. Dragon having to defend the goat. Okay, this is trouble though. This might be trouble. Boar plus wolf here in a 1v2 situation. And the dragon has to defend Leo from the other dragon. Dragon pulling back though. I don't think they're allowed to lose this tile. Yeah, dragon pulling pop. I think they are leaving this. Dragon pulling all the pop here. Yeah, and this tile is being defended. Leo in trouble though. Pulling back all the sheep out of the sheepfolds. We lose at least 2 units here. Okay, 1 dead, maybe not 2, maybe only 1. Yep. Pressure on 2 sides. Dragon will have to help out here. This is so scary. This is still so scary for Firesun. 6 out of boar. 6 out of dragon. 5 out of the other dragon. Leo able to buy another buffer tile. Purple has chief again. 7 warbird on purple. Against 5 for Firesun. So it's not like it's still a big difference. But it's not like a game ending difference. What about the eco behind that? Yeah, red is entirely crippled. And yellow can just eco really well. Is that a relic? Is that a relic forging? I wonder. No, it's nightmares. Nightmares getting forged. Still no upgrades. The tempo is not allowing any upgrades. Dragon against dragon action on the right side. 7 against 6. It's very close, but it's not like it's not enough. Nice hit. Nice volley by the X-Force. 1 volley onto the bodyguard. Lots of pings coming out. I think the dragon will have to move all his population. Has to micro both sides here. Has to be very careful. I think this tile is just dead. big win for Syntax. I think that's it. Weird enter by the dragon. Dragon losing a ton of units, not microing this. Has to micro 2 sides still. It's very, very hard for the dragon to win like this. Boar winning trade in the meantime. 75%. Betting Northgard. Big fight here with red against yellow, which I think yellow just wins heavily. Yeah, and that's it. That is game. Wow. For 1 second, I believed in the comeback. But yeah, that is too much yellow here. They don't have to take any risks on the light left side. Yellow is cleaning up the chief, will clean up Leo's base afterwards. And I honestly didn't think that the boar would play this so well. But yeah, last big fight, they have to take it. Huge fight actually. Dragon bringing all the population. Corazon with nice micro on the chief. But it's so much left. So much purple left. Very close fight, but barely winning by purple. And what a showing by Aurelian. I think Kefbas almost carried this game, but not quite. And that is it. That's gonna be it. Wow. What a game. Let's take a look at the stats. Military wise, these are the converts. Very close. If we take a look at the lores, Dragon top 2 into middle, into bottom. Full middle wolf into bottom. Shipbuilding bartering tech, which I wasn't aware of, into handiwork, osmosis, for Kolvark's young wyvern. Corazon with middle into bottom. Kefkos with bottom into middle lore, and Leo with top into bottom into middle. I think the MVP was Aurelian. I think the MVP was the purple wolf.